Hey everybody, welcome to Coming Down. This is Matthew. I'm here with my co-host Nathan.
Why, hello.
My God, man.
Yeah.
The plague is upon you.
Oh, man, I'm feeling so scratchy right now. Like I was just saying, I got sick last week and it wasn't even bad, and then fucking had its revenge. Like, felt fine Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, just been wrecked.
Brutal, man.
Yeah, so sounding pretty froggy, if you can't tell.
Dude, I thought I was going to be in the same boat. You can probably hear a little bit of scratch in my voice. Like, I started the weekend, like, hella scratchy. I don't know if it's bronchitis or what, but...
Man.
I didn't sleep for 2 days, so...
Oh, boy. Yeah, I think it's going around, you know, like...
Yeah.
A lot of people I've talked to lately have been under the weather, so...
Well, just about everybody's had some kind of a virus, and, like, secondary infection is pretty common around here, you know?
Yep. For real.
Especially among those of us who smoke.
Yeah, for sure. And, I should probably do a better effort to take care of myself, like, once I'm already sick. But like I said, I thought I was fine Friday, so I had a few drinks.
Yeah, fuck
thought it was
man.
good. Then woke up feeling, oh boy, it was so bad.
Brutal.
Yeah. How about yourself, man? What'd you get into this weekend?
I went and visited my folks and the rest of my family down in Jacksonville, Oregon.
Nice. Right on.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. All the nieces and nephews showed up. They got a pool in the backyard with a gas heater, so even though it was super cold out, we were still like swimming around in this nice warm pool.
Yeah, that sounds great.
It was fucking awesome.
Nice. That was it was just like a family reunion get together.
Yeah, my dad's birthday was in February, and none of
yeah.
us could get together then, so we just moved it to this month.
Cool, right on.
Yeah, it was cool.
Well, that sounds fun. And a little reprieve from work, so that's nice.
Yeah, having a weekend off is pretty dope.
Yeah.
Gotta say, it's been a while.
Yeah, for real. Hell yeah, man. Well, so this episode, we're gonna take a hard turn from last week.
Yeah, right.
And this one, you've asked for it, and here it is. Here's one of my truly embarrassing stories, and I'm sure I even throw out my apologies to the correct people in the episode. But boy, yeah, this is one of those real shameful moments in my past where I look back and just go, God damn, man, you are an asshole.
Oh, dude. Well, we're all young and dumb once.
Yeah, totally. And I wish I could say I was even younger than when this story took place, but I think you even pointed out that I was still in my late 20s.
Oh, shit. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah, it's real bad, dude.
Alcohol makes fools of us all.
Oh, it sure does, man. And, it was just one of those nights where we were feeling wily, and yeah.
Fucking A, man.
Yep.
It puts the lotion in the basket.
Yep. But it's a fun one. It's, no one got hurt, and it's all funny. It's all fun and games now, but boy, to the people affected in this episode, I truly am sorry.
Well, thankfully, the statute of limitations has passed, and anyone who's hearing this can no longer prosecute.
It's true. I'd be curious what they'd prosecute for, but
right? An unusual use of beauty products. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
I don't think that's a crime, though. You're probably safe.
Yeah, probably safe. So
fair enough.
But yeah, man, let's just do this thing so I can go home and take more medicine.
I don't want to torture your voice box anymore, so let's get to it. If you want to see... if you want to find us online, we are at comingdownpod.com. You can find all the show notes there, links to our platforms, as well as links to our Patreon. I just want to thank everyone who's helping us keep the lights on right now. And if you would like to join them, patreon.com/comingdownpod. We thank you so much. If you'd like to contact us, that's comingdownpod@gmail.com. We're also on Twitter at comingdownpod. Hit us up if you want to be on the show. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
Our platforms are Spotify, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and iTunes. And if you feel like giving us a review, just pop onto Stitcher and let us know what you think. We'd really appreciate it.
Totally. All right, man. Let's hit it.
Yep. Radio in general
Just kind of sucks.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, we have 94.7 out here, you know, and
Oh, yeah.
my friend Andre he's like 94.7 of the time it's garbage, or 94.7% of the time it's garbage.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, you're right.
That seems like a decent metric right
Yeah,
there.
but occasionally they play a good song that you
sure.
like. You know,
Yeah.
You're like, hey, right
You know.
on.
Is that the classic rock station, or is
No,
that...
that's the like alternative station.
Yeah, which has become basically classic rock.
Oh, has it? I don't know.
Well, so this is the thing, is like there used to be these classic rock stations, right?
Right.
And they played stuff that was from like the 70s,
Like
60s and 70s.
Yeah.
Well, those eventually evolved into like fucking alternative rock stations.
Well, they started
that
playing
play
Guns
stuff
N'
from the
Roses.
70s, 80s, and 90s.
Yeah, they started playing Guns N' Roses, and then they started playing Nirvana and Soundgarden.
Right.
It's like, oh, okay.
And so now all the classic rock stations are alternative rock stations.
Right. But 94.7's like they still play new stuff.
Oh, there's new alternative rock?
Well, yeah, but they play like White Stripes and stuff also. But then they play like new Black Keys and stuff.
It's like my favorite thing right now.
I love it.
And I found several songs and bands that I liked on 94.7, you know, like like Foster the People and stuff. Like,
Okay.
they were cool.
Right.
You know, their first record was cool and stuff, but
Fair enough. I
Two
guess I
Door
haven't...
Cinema Club, like, they were cool.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, maybe I'm mistaken. Like I haven't listened to the radio much since I was working construction, so, you know.
I mean, we only listened to it when we moved out here because we didn't have a hookup in our car to play our own music, so
Right.
we just listened to radio, and I don't know, it actually turned us on to a few things that we like to this
Hey,
day. But
you know, fair enough. When I listened to college radio in Eugene, I found out about Hot Chip and Out HUD, which eventually became LCD Sound System.
oh, interesting.
Like I found out about like a bunch of great bands like Crystal Castles. Like I found out about a bunch of great bands all in one day because of one DJ on, and I'm pretty sure he was a guest DJ on the fucking U of O college station. And I just happened to be moving that day and borrowing my sister's car, so I needed a radio station to listen to. And that's like 4 or 5 great bands that I found out about that day that
oh, yeah.
I've loved ever since then.
And it's wild, yeah. I mean, I got into a bunch of stuff from the college station back in my hometown because there were certain DJs that would play cool things, and there's several things that I love to this day that are really obscure that I only heard on that station, but went and tracked it down, bought their CD, and
Damn straight.
Really enjoyed it. So
There's a lot to be said for music curators, you know, like
tell me about it, man.
fuck a clear channel radio station. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
dude.
saying? Like I don't need a goddamn jukebox.
Yeah.
What I need is a fucking tastemaker, you know? Like
Tell me about
I need
it.
somebody who is on the fucking bleeding edge, who knows what's good. And maybe, you know, not everything's a fucking hit, but like I want to hear some new shit that challenges my expectations, that's going to like lead me into some new stuff, you know?
Yeah, totally. Well, and look, I mean, you've encouraged me to do it before. I'm gonna start it soon. I'm gonna start a music blog.
Dude, fucking yes.
And it's just going to be a blog. I'm not going to review because I'm not going to try and be cutting edge. I'm going to review old stuff.
No, this is a great idea. Absolutely, yeah. I have a friend who's doing this right now with vinyl. He's just going through his dad's vinyl collection and just pulling out everything that he loves and just kind of going through it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, who did it, when it was done, his thoughts on it, but not a review, just kind of like, here's what it sounds like.
Oh, does he like blogging about it?
Yeah.
Like record by record?
Yeah, in fact, it's Una Machine on
That's
Instagram.
a really cool idea. That's a really cool idea.
Yeah, and, you should check it out. It's a good friend of mine, Andrew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we'll give a shout out on this
Yeah.
or whatever.
Everybody check out Andrew on Una Machine on Instagram.
Hell yeah. So I recently had this idea. We've talked about doing other podcasts.
Oh, for sure.
So I had an idea recently. The name is probably taken, but in my mind, I would call it Perfect Record. And,
oh, nice.
And that's what it would be. It was it would be discussing what in my mind or in the guest's mind is a perfect record.
Ooh.
Start to finish. Every song's gold. You know, like, and that would be fun, and it would be a review podcast, so we could actually play snippets of songs, and we wouldn't get in trouble for it. Because as long as you're reviewing it, you're good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, totally. So think about it. Perfect records, man.
Yeah, I mean, like, I would love to do Yoshimi with you at some point.
Oh man, Yoshimi is a perfect record.
It certainly is,
for sure. I mean, several Flaming Lips records
of course
are perfect records.
But that was the first one that popped into my head when you said perfect record. And it's certainly, you know, like, not the most perfect record of all time, but like, god damn it, if it's not a perfect record.
Yeah. Will did put me on the spot about like, hey, what's the perfect record? And on the spot I came up with Weezer Blue Album. But I mean, there's so many perfect records.
Yeah, and you're not wrong about that one either. Like,
yeah, but Weezer Blue Album, it's a perfect insane. Crystal of what is Weezer, you know. But see, that'd be a fun podcast too, because you could give a little history and be like, oh, it was produced by Rick Ocasek, and like,
oh yeah,
you can talk about just all the, you know, talk about the band, talk about the record, and then kind of dive deep track by track. And
all right, watch this space. Perfect record coming soon.
Yeah, right. So okay, yeah, we'll throw that into the pilot program.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so all right, so I was going to tell another story, but I'm going to audible real quick into a totally different one.
I love it.
Because it came up recently that I needed to tell an embarrassing story. Ooh. So this is super fucking embarrassing. Everyone involved, I'm super sorry that you're going to hear this. I even saw some of the people tangentially involved in this story I recently saw at a wedding, and like, so and I gave them cards, so if you listen to this, I'm really sorry. Okay, so back in Fort Collins, this was like a year before I moved out here, so like 2009 or something, and we had just started this band. The guys I was living with, we started this band, and it was just a jokey for kicks band. I mean, we were kind of taking it seriously, but we named our band Sex Glove.
Oh boy.
Yeah, pretty bad. Pretty bad band name.
Can you smell the glove?
Well, that was our tagline. It was no glove, no love. But it was KNOW, no glove, KNOW, no love.
Clever.
Oh yeah, we were so fucking cool. Mostly we were just drunk, and I think we came up with that band name while we were drunk. But
really? Shocking.
Right? But we were a cool band, and we had some really cool songs, and we had a lot of fun with it. But here's the funny thing. So in Fort Collins, there's an organization called FOCOMA, Fort Collins Music Association. Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking like Focal's Pendulum.
FOCOMA. Yeah, I think that's what they call themselves. Anyhow. And they did like a kind of a Fort Collins-y South by Southwest thing every year. I think they still do it. You know, look them up. It's cool. Where every venue, anyone who can host music for 2 nights will host bands, and they do these huge lineups. You pay 1 ticket, 1 weekend pass, and you can just cruise all around town and get into all these venues and check out all these local bands. So this organization, and like we participated in the 1 year that we were together. We played, and then they did an award thing at the Aggie Theater one night where they had some bands play, and then they were going to hand out some awards for, you know, like best new local band and, you know, cool prestigious awards or whatever.
Oh boy.
And so we showed up because we knew a bunch of our friends were going to be there. Well, and by we, I mean me and my roommate and also guitarist of this band, Will, and whatever, I'll throw him under the bus.
Suck it, Will.
Yep. We were both just as bad all night. So we showed up, and because we were just there to like support some friends and see some friends' bands play and stuff. And you know, it was whatever. We weren't super into the scene, and we were going to take off, and then all of a sudden a friend of ours comes up and was like, hey, you guys maybe shouldn't take off. And we were like, oh, why is that? And they were like, well, you might have an award coming to you.
What?
And we were like, oh, that's great. Okay, definitely. And so we ordered like 3 more drinks. We were like, hell yeah, dude. And then we even started plotting it out. We were like... And this was when that South Park episode aired, the Kanye West episode.
Oh Jesus!
Where they're like,
I'm gonna let you finish.
What was the joke in that episode? Something about fish sticks, and it's like, and then it's like Kanye is like, because I'm a gay fish or whatever, and that was like the punchline.
Yeah.
So we're like, that's what we're gonna do if we get called on stage for an award. We're gonna like tell this South Park joke about like fish sticks. And so then it happened. And so then all of a sudden they announced best band name.
Oh my God.
And we tied with someone.
No.
And oh God, who'd we tie with? Oh man. I think it was Trash Cannon. I think we tied with, but so they called all of us on stage. And
we're sorry, Trash Cannon.
Yeah, I think it was Trash Cannon. I think it was one of my friend Jen's bands because she had all the best band names. So, and so they call us on stage, and we're drunk. We're super drunk at this point. Should not have been on stage. Should not have been accepting awards. But we had plotted this whole fish sticks joke, and it didn't go over well at all.
Oh, God. Like, shocking!
Yeah.
Who could have predicted that?
No one laughed. It was us just drunkenly like...
Because I'm a gay fish?
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun.
Yeah, totally. But the stupid thing was, the hilarious and stupid thing was, so they hand us this little, like... We printed out an award that was like best band name for the year, Sex Glove, and we were like, okay, that's great. And we knew how embarrassing it was too. We were like, it's not really a great band name, but it is kind of funny or whatever. And then, but then they hand us this basket. It was like our prize basket, and this is where it gets really tacky because it was full of lotion and like what do they call them? Chamois. They're like.
Like a ShamWow?
Yeah, they were like gloves with they were like glove chamois that you could wash your car with. So there was like a glove that you put on that had like it was like textured fabric on one side, and you're supposed to soap it up and you can wash your car and everything. And so it's just a basket full of chamois, glove chamois and lotion.
Dear sweet God.
We're like, cool.
For sex
glove. Right on. Yeah, cool.
All right.
I mean, this whole thing's just like extra tacky now. And
that's a pretty good pun right there.
Yeah. And so we accept the award not gracefully at all and super...
at that point, I'm not even mad. Like, you guys got a basket full of lotion and car wash mitts and you're getting a sex glove. Telling a really bad off-color South Park joke, I feel like that's just part of the ride.
Yeah. I mean, they made essentially a bad joke about our band name, and we made bad jokes on stage, and we were too drunk, and everything was just whatever.
It's all just how history was meant to go down. Like, I imagine there's nothing like bad that's going to happen after that.
No. It was, and then we just went home.
Yeah, exactly.
Except we didn't. Except we should have. We should have just packed up our fucking basket of chamois and lotion and gone home. But we did not.
No.
And so we exit this... Because we got off stage and we were like, fuck this, let's get out of here. We're like, this is awful, dude.
Why did we stay?
Why did we stick around? We were just like, this is stupid. We made asses of ourselves. So right on. Now we're going to leave. Now I'm trying to remember the exact sequence of events. So we went to the vault for more alcohol. But... Well, so we just drank more, is ultimately the story there. There's nothing exciting happened at the vault. But then we came back and to retrieve our bikes. Luckily, we had ridden bikes, did not drive or anything. And we come back. Will's car is actually parked right behind the original venue of where we received this award. So we come back to retrieve our bikes. And we're going to throw stuff in Will's car. We're like, we don't need this basket of fucking chamois. Actually, I think we had already thrown it in his car.
Okay.
And so we came back to his car to retrieve a couple of things, and then we were going to ride home. But at this point, and yeah, sorry, Will, but you did this.
Oh, no.
He grabs the fucking... Because we're bitching about this still. We're just like... these fucking assholes giving us this award and all this shit. And
How dare they?
We're just drunk and surly about it, even though we shouldn't have been.
Bullshit.
And so he grabs one of these bottles of lotion and walks over to this car and just squirts it on the back, like, windshield of this car.
Now, this is just some stranger's car.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, so it's just like real uncool
Way
behavior.
to fucking go, dude.
Yeah, but it gets worse. So, like, he fucking squirts this fucking lotion on this car. And I'm just like, oh, man. Like, why'd you do that? And I'm laughing, but I'm also like, damn it. And then I look, and the back of this car has a FOCO MA sticker. So, it's a car of someone who, like, either works or volunteers or supports this organization who gave us this award.
Oh, god damn it.
And I'm like, god damn it, dude. Look, there's the fucking sticker right there, dude. You just fucking lotioned this person's car.
Who gave us the fucking lotion?
Who gave us the lotion? They're gonna know it's us, dude. Like, who else has a fucking basket full of lotion, dude?
Fucking douchebag.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So then I'm like, we gotta fucking clean this up, dude. We can't just fucking spray lotion all over this car. It doesn't occur to either of us to grab either of the chamois.
God
any
damn
of
it!
the chamois.
I was like, well, you guys have a way to clean cars, like...
No, we don't grab the chamois.
Jesus
Will
Christ.
jumps into his car. He's like, oh, I'll find something. He's digging through his car.
I don't know where you're gonna look to find anything, because... Fuck.
He doesn't find anything except for guitar tabs to Song Remains the Same.
No. No.
And he walks over to the car with, like, wadded up pieces of printed paper with guitar tabs on them.
God damn
and
it.
tries to wipe the lotion off. Well, clearly that doesn't work.
Shocking.
He just smears lotion all over the car.
Mm-hmm. Maybe gets a little ink on it, too. Like, who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
Like...
And so then I'm like, dude, you just smeared lotion all over the car. This didn't fix anything. And he's like, yeah, you're right. Fuck.
Oh my god.
And then so we're like, let's get out of here.
I kind of figured. I'm like, well, enough effort has been expended, and we're done.
Yeah, and so we're like, we better get out of here. And so we just hop on our bikes and fucking hit the road.
So wait, the box with the chamois and the lotion is still in Will's car, which is parked in the same place as this lotion.
Like 3 spots down from...
Yeah, no one's ever going to figure that out.
Yeah. Totally. And so we just take off. We hop on our bikes. I had a little belt-mounted speaker system, so we just throw some fucking...
Yeah, dog.
Like, music on the fucking speakers and just hit the road and ride home.
Yeah, just like the Goonies.
Yep, totally. And so we get very, like, 3/4 of the way home. And we're so drunk, dude. And we should not be riding bikes or anything. Like,
I've certainly never done anything like that.
like, clearly we have already just fulfilled, like, the asshole meter is, like, bursting at the seams. Like, we're just full assholes this whole night, dude. Like, there's nothing good about anything we've done all night.
Mr. Hyde is in full resonance.
Yeah, dude. And not even, like, Mr. Hyde. Just, like, pathetic ass... like, Jekyll wishing he was Hyde, you know? We're just, like, pathetic fucking drunk assholes, dude. Like, not even real raging, not even real damage, dude. Smearing lotion around like fucking assholes, dude.
Just kind of bumbling fucks.
Yeah, bumbling
kind of-
fucks indeed.
Not any kind of, like, actual criminal mastermind.
Yeah, and... I guess, as it turns out, this is yet another Close Calls episode, which I didn't even realize that it was. But here's the, like, final kind of thing that happened was I'm about 3/4 of the way, we're 3/4 of the way to our house, like, less than a mile probably. And we're riding, and I come around a corner. I'm so drunk on my bike, and I just take a digger. Like,
God damn it.
for no reason. Like, I don't hit anything, dude. Like, I just tilt my bike, fucking roll off of it.
The road smacked you in the face.
Yeah, dude.
It was looking at you weird.
Yeah, dude, it was talking shit, dude.
I mean, it was just looking for an angle.
It was accusing me of smearing lotion or something.
all of a sudden just came out of nowhere. And there you were on the ground.
Looking for an angle. All right, it took me a second. So I hit the fucking pavement, take a roll. My iPod that's in my pocket detaches from the speaker system that I had and just goes flying into the yard of this house. And Will pulls over and he's like, "What the fuck, man?" I was like, "I don't know, I'm drunk, but like I gotta find my iPod."
And be rooting through the neighbor's yard for an indeterminate amount of time.
And so that's exactly what happened. And so I'm like stumbling around, like hunched over, peering around, like pawing through grass. Here's the worst part too, though. It was like a mint green Nano.
Oh Christ, fucking Nano!
And it just
dude.
like flew into some fucking green grass. You know?
Man!
And so I'm just like pawing around this yard, like looking for this fucking iPod.
That was
Apparently,
Steve Jobs' final joke. Like, fuck you, everyone. iPod Nano.
yeah, totally. And so I must have been doing this for a while because a cop rolled up.
Sir, there's no potatoes there. What are you rooting for?
Yeah, man, and I'm hunched over. I still have a speaker strapped to my belt. You know, my bike's in the middle of the road where I wrecked. Like, I rolled off the bike, got up, and then was like, "Oh, I gotta find my iPod, dude." And, like, bike's just in the middle of the road, spinning tire, fucking Will's standing off to the side, like, "Oh, god damn it, man," you know, and so this cop rolls up. And yeah, and I see him, dude. I see the headlights. I see them pull over, and then he throws the headlight on, or the spotlight on.
Of course,
you know.
Yeah.
And I turn around and
the light of justice,
and throw my hand. Yeah, the light of justice. Yeah, throw my hands up, and I'm just like, "Hey, I'm really sorry. I'm just trying to find my iPod."
I love it. Just, I'm gonna start with the alibi.
Yep. And I don't think he's not even out of the car. I see the door crack open, and he kind of gets out, stands behind the door, peers over. "Hey, what are you doing?" Like, "Hey, did you not hear me?
I already told you what I'm doing.
Trying to find my iPod." And he's like, "Okay, so look, some people called and said that you were like wandering around their yard." And I was like, looked around, assessed the moment. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. I would understand why someone would do that.
I concur with that assessment. Their math checks out.
I have actually been wandering around this yard for an indeterminate amount of time.
God only knows how long I've been here.
It feels like it's only been a few minutes, but
it could have been forever.
Yeah.
I might have just been a soul cast into this reality for eternity, and you've broken it for the first time.
Yep. So there I am, and so I am trying to re-explain to the cop, I'm just looking for my iPod. He's like, "Okay, that's great.
Yeah, I mean, we've established that.
You guys need to get out of here."
Yeah, how about you fuck off now?
Yeah, and I'm like, I just really want to find my iPod, and he could tell that. I think he like evaluated the situation. It's like, okay, bike in the middle of the road. He's not even talking to Will. Will's just sitting there like, "I don't know, man. Like, I just want to go home," you know? And then there's me, hands up, just like trying to explain the situation. So I think he figured it out. And again, like, I guess we just have to mention it every time. Here's some crazy privilege, because he was like, "Okay."
Well, you're not black, so you're clearly not trying to break into their fucking house.
Right? And it's just like, God damn it. I mean, again, like, Fort Collins is like, there's no color in that town, so I don't know how much profiling there is.
Yeah, I mean, let's just say if it was in another place, another time, and you had a different color.
But I'll still just chalk it up to privilege anyway. Yeah. Because this fucking cop, unbelievably, was like, "Okay, I'm going to pull up a little closer to the curb. I'm going to throw my fucking spotlight on. I'm going to shine it on that yard for 60 seconds.
Hold on. Let's back this up for just 1 second. Now that we just finished talking about how it's maybe not your white privilege that got you out of this situation, the cop fucking used his spotlight to try to help you find your iPod?
He sure did.
Well, okay, that's clearly not a fucking white privilege situation at all.
I mean, it probably, like, okay.
Anyway,
like it was.
Fuck all that. I'm just saying, like
it was, but
the cop's fucking helping you find your iPod in the yard with his fucking I'm gonna find the crook searchlight. Like
it was also a like I'm just gonna get these guys out of here.
No, I get it. But
here's the fucked up thing too is here's the weirder thing too. Like privilege aside, which certainly played a role.
Sure.
In Fort Collins is a huge DUI town, and I even knew people who got DUIs on bikes. And I told the cop, I was like, I'm super drunk. Like I told him exactly what happened. I was like, I'm super drunk, and I wrecked my bike, and I lost my iPod, and it flew into this yard. Like I told him everything, man. So like he could have just Dewey'd me for like being on my bike. Like right then and there, dude, and just been like, "You are done. Like you're done, right?"
No, but this is just emblematic of like all the shit that fucking we did when we were kids. Like these fucking cops were like, "Man, I could totally just call your parents and ruin your life, but I'd rather just fucking shine my light on the yard and get you the fuck out of here."
Well,
like,
here's the embarrassing thing: is I wasn't a kid. I was fucking like 26.
Even so. I mean, like whether we're talking about being teenagers or fucking adults,
right.
Like these fucking bored, tired ass cops are just like, man, fucking find your iPod and get your drunk ass home.
Except that
like
the cops love giving out DUIs, man. Like it's revenue for them, man. Like they wanted to fucking give out DUIs, man.
Yeah, I know.
I had been pulled over many times.
Sure,
with a cop wanting to give me a DUI.
And you're absolutely right, but like. Giving a DUI on a bicycle?
Hey, but like...
Dude.
But they were in it, man. It was an industry, dude. It still is.
I know, but like, can you imagine what that makes you look like in the cop shop? Like, just fucking got these guys on bikes tonight. Woo! Like...
right?
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but like...
And I mean, like, it's kind of an asshole move. I mean, like...
Hey, man, I definitely know fucking old-ass, or new old-ass drunks like Tom. I hope you're still alive. But I knew old-ass drunks who, like, had gotten so many Deweys that they could only ride bikes, and then fucking got so many Deweys on bikes that they couldn't legally ride a bicycle anymore.
Yeah.
And these were white men in my community, so, like, fuck, man. Who the fuck knows? Like, it's crazy that you didn't get busted for that shit.
Oh, it's fucking insane, dude. It's not only insane that he didn't bust me, he clearly just was at the end of his shift or whatever. Like, he didn't want to deal with it, you know.
Or maybe he was just so goddamn amused that he was like, let's watch him crawl around in the spotlight for a little while.
Yeah, he probably fucking filmed it. You know, he probably showed it to all his station buddies and was like, look at this fucking guy. He's got a speaker strapped to his belt and shit.
Oh my god, like, let's watch this fanny pack bitch fucking root around in the shrubs for a little while.
Yeah.
Like,
but yeah, so, you know, to his credit though, yeah, he pulled up to the curb, shined his spotlight on the yard. I rooted around for, you know, a minute. And then he, like, gets out and he's like, all right, man, it's not there. Like, you didn't find it. And I was like, fair enough, dude. You know? And just like, cool. Because in that minute, I realized, too, I was like, oh my God, why is this dude not busting me?
Well, and so he let you off on your own recognizance with your bicycles, knowing that you were intoxicated?
Oh, yeah, man. He watched me fucking, like, hobble back onto my bike and fucking ride off into the distance, dude.
God damn it. Fucking college towns in the 90s, dude. Like,
it wasn't even the 90s, man. It was fucking...
Oh, right, because you're fucking in your 20s.
It was 2008, dude. Or something. 2007. Man. 2008, yeah. It was...
Right, so this is after the Patriot Act. And
well after, man. This is well after all of it, dude. And I'm in my 20s, man. There's no fucking reason he should have let me go or been cool to me at all. I think it was just that I was kind of cool to him and also like drunk as shit and friendly. I don't know, like I don't know.
Hey man, I woke up in a ditch and in like blew a .37 and they fucking just sent me to the hospital and didn't charge me with anything.
Yeah, I mean,
so
I could chalk it up to a lot of things. Privilege probably plays a factor. Where that cop was at in his life, I don't know.
Also, it probably has something to do with the fact that the people that called the cops weren't pressing charges.
Oh, yeah, no.
I mean, maybe they were like, oh, it's clearly just a man looking for his iPod.
It may not have even been the people who lived there. Someone may have driven by and saw, like, someone rooting around in a yard and was like, hey,
there's a bike in the road and some guy's, like, underneath the windows of this house.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, totally. So I don't know the circumstances surrounding any of it, but somehow I was able to go home that night. And
I mean, through your clever wordplay and, telling that cop that you were just looking for your iPod, like,
yeah,
you got right off the hook.
Yeah. And never found said iPod, and then he still just let me right off. And so...
he should have let you leave a note.
On the front door of that house. Like, hey, if you find an iPod.
Signed, random drunk.
Yeah, so that was pretty much the end of the night.
Oh, really? You didn't get into more shenanigans after that?
I did not get into any real shenanigans.
Christ on a bicycle.
But Will and I definitely went back to our house, laughed about the entire night, and sat in the garage and like played guitar and harmonica until the sun came up.
So was there ever any splashback from the fucking patrons who got their car lotioned?
No, never heard. And Greta or Dayton, if that was your car, I'm really sorry. Other people involved with Foco MA, if that was your car, I'm really sorry.
I just can't imagine that lotion is great for a paint job,
It was only on the back windshield. It was like an SUV.
It was a windshield. Okay.
It was like an SUV, and it was only on the back windshield. We didn't smear it all over the car. It was just on the back windshield.
And then I was like, man, that's a real dick move because you could fucking paint job that way.
I mean, I don't know what lotion does to a paint job, but it was
only
on,
it depends on the lotion.
It was only on the back windshield of like an SUV.
I mean, if that's like some PABA free, like organic kind of stuff, like I think you're in the clear.
It had to have been the cheapest lotion you could buy because
it's just gonna burn your dick, kind of Jergens.
Yeah, it probably was Jergens, dude. Oh man. So anyway, there's like a really embarrassing story of me being a fucking asshole.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
More so your buddy, but also, yeah.
Yeah, but I also, like, condoned it. I mean, like, I didn't stop it, and I laughed about it, and only after I saw the sticker on that car I was like,
oh, shit.
Oh, hey, we should not do this.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you were kind of a dick that night.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just the worst, so...
Yeah, and, like, kudos to that cop for keeping a cool head, and, like... Seriously, I mean, like, I feel like there's some situations where that might have been, like, cops pulling up with guns, like, in a different jurisdiction, under different circumstances, like...
Totally. And, I mean, we were in the, like... I mean, it's hard to divide Fort Collins into, like, sections, but, I mean, at that point, we were living in the, like, even chiller neighborhood. I mean, there's not a ghetto of Fort Collins, but we were... At that point, we were in definitely just, like, the neighborhoods and stuff, so it was just, like...
Right.
He was just like these fucking college kid assholes or whatever. He chalked it up to that, and fucking was cool.
Yeah,
so.
I feel like that's part of how I got off the hook for my fucking cocaine.
Conanchi?
Cocaine! Yeah, so I feel like that's how I got off the hook in Eugene was because they were like these fucking college kids.
Right, like, just dumbass partiers, like, but yeah, I mean, he must have read it, like, I wasn't hurting anyone, I was just being a dummy, and If he had only known what a dummy I was the whole night.
He probably would have just taken you to jail immediately, you know?
Yeah, I mean, if I had told him the whole story, he would have been like, oh, fuck you.
Just get in the van.
We vandalized a car with lotion. Man, yeah, so anyhow, yeah, that's a super embarrassing story.
I mean, that's kind of embarrassing.
It's shameful, is what it is.
It's shameful. I mean, like, you're getting there. You got a ways to go, dude.
All right.
I'm just saying.
All right.
I was puking in the gutter in 8 a.m. traffic after I pissed the bed.
All right, I mean, like, I don't know if I ever, like, top that.
Well, get on it, dude.
Right.
Like, you know. Make this happen.
All right.
Make some bad decisions so that we can tell some stories about it.
All right.
Wait, no,
we're coming down, not coming up.
Fuck.
Wait. New podcast.
All right.
Coming up.
Next week, coming up, Nate pisses himself. Stay tuned.